Hi everybody, and welcome to True Wants, where here we try to help you make that decision if it's going to change from a want to a need. If you are new to my channel, I really hope you will choose to subscribe. It's free and it's easy. It's the red button that you'll see right underneath this video. If you press it and it turns gray, you're in. It's that simple. There's also a bell beside that subscribe button that I always recommend that you press. It's called the notification bell. And what ends up happening is YouTube will notify you just once that I have uploaded a brand new video. I do upload a lot, and sometimes my videos are time sensitive, so I don't want you to miss out. So make sure to press that subscribe button, ring that bell, and you'll be in the know. In that same area, there is that thumbs up. That's important on the YouTube platform for the growth of a YouTuber. So if you enjoy the content, please take a second to hit that thumbs up. It will turn blue, the number will increase, and that's you helping True Ones get noticed on the YouTube platform. So I'm thanking in advance for that thumbs up. Okay guys, really excited. For some reason with Boxycharm, as you know, I have 2 accounts. I got very lucky. I already got my premium box. If you haven't seen that one, the box was through the roof. So I will definitely leave that linked in the description box down below. But this is a Luxe month, and this is the box that I always look forward to. And the Luxe has arrived. So this is the big box that I got from Boxycharm. The card inside the box says winter. So now what they're going to be doing is they're going to make it like a seasonal box, very similar to like if FabFitFun calls it, you know, by season. And this is the winter Luxe. This is a really exciting box for me. When I started with Boxycharm, it was way before I had a channel, and I was always getting the base, and I couldn't wait to upgrade for the Luxe because my understanding was that there were supposed to be the base box items in the box and then some. For some reason, I never saw it like that, and so that's why I opened up a second account to have the base box during the Luxe months. And you guys are seeing the base on my channel, you're seeing the premium on my channel, and you're seeing the Luxe, and that's because I have 2 accounts. So this, we get to choose some items to customize the box. I want to go through everything that I got. I've already pulled everything out, removed any excess packaging. Take my picture for Instagram. If you're not following me there, you're missing out. My name there is True Wants with the number 2. And let's get started, okay? So I go by the everything that's on here. The variation code and everything that's in this box will be in the description box down below as well for me to have a cross-reference. So if I end up enjoying any of these products, I know that I can go back and do some research on it, as well as being able to get it in future add-ons. If you don't get the Luxe and we go through some of these products and they look interesting to you, you can get them on the, right now it's called the drop shop. And the reason I'm saying that is because of the first item. This first item really made the Luxe for a lot of people. It is an Ofra palette, and it comes in this sleeve here. And this is the huge, and it's a heavy, heavy palette. And I'm really enjoying these Ofra palettes and being able to get them through Boxycharm, because even with the amazing deals on Ofra, we're still getting phenomenal, even better deals through Boxycharm. And this is what the palette looks like here. So let me read you a little bit about this, because the reason I'm mentioning this is I saw this palette that is saying on the card that it's $149. So even if you were getting this at 50% off on the Ofra website, you would think, which I did in the past, that was a great deal. But you can get the palette that I'm talking about, and I'm pretty sure it's the exact same one that I saw, is only $18 on the drop shop. So if you can't afford the Luxe box, which right now it's a $60 box, which I still think is a phenomenal value, because I look at it based on the products, not so much the value. So I'm getting 8 products, full size, really great brands to have the opportunity to try. And that, you know, equals out to be around $8 a product. So for me, that's an absolute win. But $60 is still a lot of money. And if that's not what you want, but there's a product in here that intrigues you, that's what I love about Boxycharm, is we have it, access to it in the drop shop at like a heavily reduced price. All right, so no FOMO is needed here. So the Ofra Cosmetics on the Glow Pro palette, it says glow like you mean it. This is the ultimate tool for creating or a bronzed glow. This is a stunning palette that is suitable for all skin tones, whether you are a makeup artist or on the go, or just a beauty enthusiast who loves variety. This palette is all you need for the glam that shines AM to PM. Like I said on the card, they're saying this is a $149 value. What's great about this is I've had the opportunity to try a lot of these that are in here, and they are really, really great. The plastic that is on top here has everything written on it. Nothing is written on the palette, which is good because it also has an area here where you're able to actually take out these pans and replace them with other ones. So if you want to replenish, or if there's a color in here that doesn't suit you, you can always go on Ofra's website and do that as well. So the first item here is one that I enjoy so much. That is Blissful. It is their rose gold type of highlighter. Next to it is the Egyptian clay bronzer. And then the last item on the first row is called the Americana bronzer. Then we have the California Dream Triangle, then the Beverly Hills highlighter, and the Rodeo Drive, which is their #1 highlighter here. I will try to swatch these at the end of the video. I don't want to swatch them right at the beginning because I have a lot to show you. And if you've already seen this swatched, I don't want you to, have to wait around for that. So I want to make sure that I showed it to you and we discussed it. The next item in here was my second choice item. And this is from this brand called Viseart, which I have shared with you so much. This was always a brand that was always on my wants list, but it was always a little bit out of my price range that I was comfortable spending on makeup. So that is why I'm so happy that we're seeing this not only in Boxycharm, but now that Ipsy, owns Boxycharm, that is the brand that we see a lot in Ipsy. So now some of the Boxycharm people who never were on Ipsy are starting to see this brand here too. And this is the Seamless Setting Powder. They're saying this is the Viseart's Ultra Fine Flashback Proof Translucent Setting Powder that creates a soft matte finish and works on all complexion. They're saying this is a long-wearing formula that absorbs oil, blurs fine lines, and increases the longevity of your makeup. You can apply with a brush or a velour puff, focusing on your T-zone or any other area of your concern. This is a $35 value. This is the beautiful packaging that it comes in. It's a loose setting powder. It has the safety seal on here. If you can see up close, if the camera's going to pick it up, there's little pinholes underneath. If you don't want it to be the type of powder, if you travel a lot like I used to, where it would poof up, what I used to do is I used to put a pin just in a couple of these holes, so only a little bit of the powder would come out. I would put it on the other side here, and then I would place my items in here. This, because it's a higher end, you cannot do that, because if you can see on this side here, it has almost like a stopper so that when you're traveling, the powder's not going to fly up into the cap. That extra little plastic that's here keeps everything in place. So what you can do is you can either take the whole thing off or like do the trick that I did, but you can't use this side to dump the product in. You would have to put your brush or your powder right into this area here. So excited to have an opportunity to try this. I have not tried any of their loose setting powder, and I'm excited that it was a choice that I was able to make for myself. The next item in here is a new brand to me, and I'm always excited to be adventurous and try these new brands. This is a really large box for the item that's inside, but it really protected it well. This is from a brand called Kate Burki. This is a vitamin C intense face cream. I find any cream that has vitamin C, you definitely should see results. This one here is a cult favorite, it's saying. It's a vitamin C intense face cream that is developed to meet the needs of a lackluster complexion and to protect the skin from environmental toxins. They're saying there's an ocean mineral complex in here that will, it floods deep to fortify skin with essential micronutrients. The heart of this formula is the super nutrient complex TM, which comprises 15% Stay C, and it is a stable form of vitamin C that blends with anti-aging powerhouses Reishi to promote cell turnover and to brighten your skin. They're saying this is a cream that has a value of $116, and this is what this looks like here. Very, very heavy glass jar. It has the little cushion on the top here that keeps everything fresh and in place, and this is how luxurious the cream looks like here. It has a nice, very light scent to me of vitamin C, like a little bit of that scent. And to me, it is like, I'm excited to have the opportunity to try this. I will definitely do my research and read up more about this brand, because for them to say it's a fan favorite, it means that it's been out a while, and I want to do my research before I use it. But I'm really, really excited to have an opportunity to try a new brand. The next item in here is from Aceology. And this is a brand that I also got only introduced to through Boxycharm, and I'm enjoying it so much. It's one of their lip balms, and I enjoyed it so much I ended up picking it up in a add-on sale. So excited to have the opportunity to try something else from this brand. This is their Detoxifying Treatment Mask. They're saying the Aceology Detoxifying Treatment Mask is a supercharged health retreat for congested skin, working to draw out blackheads and impurities. It will also clear your clogged pores with skin-loving charcoal. This charcoal's antibacterial and purification powers are unriveted and with any other detoxifying ingredients when it comes to extracting sebum and dirt. The antioxidant-laden botanicals balance and protect the skin for a poreless and flawless feature. This is a $69 value on its own. And when I opened it up to help myself remove the safety seal, what I was able to see inside is it is more of like a charcoal mask. I'll put a little bit on the back of my hand here so you guys can see. And that's what it looks like there. So like I said, this is new to me. I'm excited to have the opportunity to try. And that's what I love about these masks, these boxes, so that I have the opportunity to try. It feels a little bit stickier than I'm used to in reference to a mask. Like I said, excited to have the opportunity to try, and then we'll see what it's all about. If you've had the opportunity to try this product, please share in the comments down below with your skin type. I'm a combo girl, so these type of masks are ones that I always look forward to using because it helps clear out everything. And like I said, this is something new to me, and I'm excited to have the opportunity to try. The next item in here is from a brand that I'm very familiar with because on Ipsy, I got this brand so many times in my boxes that a lot of you I've had the opportunity to share in my giveaways with, and as well as give as gifts. That's how many times I got it. But I never got it in a container like this. This is called the LaRuce Beauty, is called the Christine set. They're saying the Christine set includes a dual fiber cheek brush, a small angled cheek brush, a small concealer brush, a flat shader brush, and a medium blending brush, and a graphite petite cup. They're saying this alone is a $50 value. So that's what I'm saying. The values are very high. The product lines are very high. This product here, the only thing is when I tried to take it out for the picture, it's a little bit hard to take on and off. It's not just a simple slide on and off. It actually locks itself into position and you have to line up the cup. But this is reminding me very much of the new Milani type of design that we got on those lipsticks that I shared with you. And then these are the brushes here, and they have the same type of design on the other end of the brushes. This is a brand, like I said, I'm very familiar with. The brushes are really good, so if you did get this in your box, it is a good one. The next item in here was one that they were advertising a lot, and this is from the brand called Farmacy, which has become a favorite of mine. This one is because one of the first boxes I got from Boxycharm, there was a Honeymoon Glow overnight serum, and it was the first time that I got so excited about a product because I literally saw results the next day, the next morning. I couldn't believe my skin, I couldn't believe my face, and then I never saw it available. So when Boxycharm started doing these add-ons and these drop shops, it didn't exist then. I wish it did, and they never brought that product back. So that is one that is always on my list. But I get so much skincare that I never went back to it. But it was one literally that sold me on Boxycharm and Farmacy. This one is called the Honeymoon Glow Body, and it has a 12% AHA BHA Resurfacing Body Serum. They're saying this is a body hydrate and resurfacing serum that instantly softens your skin and eliminates bumps with the AHA and BHAs, leaving your skin remarkably smooth with a lit from within glow. They're saying this is a $40 value. So this also came with a safety seal here that I was able to pull back just a little bit so that we can see the actual product. I'm gonna just take a little bit out of the container here so you guys can see what that looks like there. And this here, I'm smelling a very plasticky scent, but that just might be the outside of this. And it has like almost like a, yeah, I think it's just the container, but it has a scent that's not that pleasant. So if, like I said, you've had the opportunity to try this, please share it in the comments down below. The next item in here is from Pure. And Pure is a brand that I got introduced to when I lived in Canada from actually the shopping channels. And I fell in love because I'm a combo girl with their powdered foundation. It was a 1, 2, 3 out the door, full coverage, loved it. Loved everything about this brand. And now I'm so excited that we're starting to see it a little more in the boxes. This is called the Pure Fully Charged Mascara. It is powered by a magnetic technology. They're saying opposites attract, and this age-defying vegan pure fully charged mascara is powered by a revolutionary magnetic polymer matrix that wraps a positively charged elastic veil around each lash to instantly lift, separate, and define for unparalleled performance. It's fortified with specialized blend of ingredients such as nourishing vitamin B. With this mascara, it helps condition and strengthens your eyelashes to help prevent premature lash loss. What has helped me with my, not having any lashes fall out is using a primer. I share that with you all the time. It doesn't matter if you use a low end or a high end. Ever since I started using eyelash primer, I have not lost one eyelash. But if they're saying this is fortified and has all these fantastic elements to it, this is definitely one that I will try. This is the brush. And like I said, this is a new mascara, so I have not tried this. But if you have, please share it in the comments down below. And then we got something from Persona. And Persona is a brand that this is an influencer. She is one of the first influencers that I started to follow. She is, she's not over the top influencer. She's the type that I really enjoyed her tutorials and things like that. And then when she came out with her own brand, I immediately supported and bought her eyeshadow palette. And then I was lucky enough in the most recent box that I received, I was able to choose one of her newer palettes from there. So I'm so excited when the subscription boxes support the people that have been influencing us on YouTube when they come out with their own brands. It's just an extra treat because it keeps like the YouTube community all together. And then this is a black, looks like a gel eyeliner. It came in this packaging that I had to open up to pull out, which I thought was very unique. It's very creamy. Like I said, everything that I've tried of hers, I've really enjoyed. I have not tried her gel pencils yet, so excited to have the opportunity to try that. And that's everything that I got in my box. So I'm just gonna wipe off my hand here with the mask, as well as see if I can take off a little bit of this gel liner. It looks like it wants to stay, so I'm gonna leave it for now. And I will now do the swatching of the palette that we started this whole video off with. So starting with, let me just open this up here. I should have brought the ones that I've already used, but I wanted to make sure that you see the difference between the two because I have almost every single one of their highlighters. Because if you're part of Ipsy, you also get these in the add-ons and also in the shopper. They show up a lot. And I was able to build a beautiful arsenal of this because I truly believe that Ofra makes some of the best highlighters. And every time there was one that was available, I grabbed it. And like I said, it is an absolute win. The next one here, so the first one that I swatched, that's Blissful. That's the one that I said is more rose gold. And their number one that they started with was, that I'm familiar with, is Rodeo Drive. The next one here is really unique. It has a lot of different colors in it, as well as a highlighter on the other side. And this one they're calling the Egyptian Clay Bronzer. So what's nice about this is if you have smaller brushes, you can pick this up and use it however you want. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna swirl it all around so we could see it like that, as that. And then I'm gonna try to do just a little bit of all the colors on their own. So that's everything swirled together without the highlighter and the other three colors there. So let me just put them right beside each other so that you can see the differences of all of them. So the first one is everything swirled together, and then those are all the different colors that they have here. All right, the next one is a bronzer all on its own, and that one is called Americana, and that is that color there. So I'll do that right across the top here so we could see the difference between that and all the others. And that's that there. Then on the next one here, there is that triangle one that looks like it has a bronzer, a highlighter, and a blush all in one, and it's called the California Dream Triangle. So let me do these three here. And that's really nice. That's the 3 of them right there. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And then the last one is one that I also have in my arsenal. And I think this was introduced to us when there was a collaboration, I think, between Nikki Tutorials and Ofra. And that is, whoops, that is that middle one here. And that one here is called Beverly Hills Highlighter. What I do with this one is I swirl it all around. We'll do that same thing here on my finger so you guys can see what it looks like that. And then I will show you individually as best I can this one here. So that is what they all look like individually there. And then there's 2 other ones. One looks very similar to the Blissful, and then the other one looks more like a rose gold, and I'll do those separately. And those are those there. And I will try my best to do it right underneath here. And those are right there. So this is a fantastic, fantastic palette, because what they did was they gave us definitely their ones that I own at least 3 or 4 of these on my own. And then to have it all in one palette makes it fantastic to keep out so that you have access to everything in one. This to me is what made this box for me. Like I said, this is a $149 value on its own. Even with those 50% discounts that sometimes Ofra does on their palettes, you still can get this, I think, in a better deal on our Boxycharm add-ons, Mega Drop, Drop Shop, whatever they're calling it this month. I think it was around $18. So this is what I'm saying. If any of these products are of interest to you, that's what I love about Boxycharm, is that we all have access. So even if you don't want to gamble a little bit with the box of what they want to put in, which is what I love about the boxes. I love being more of an adventurer, that I get to like to see what is going to be in the box, and I get to choose 2 items that I know no matter what, more than pay for the box. And that's what I love about this subscription box. This is a quarterly box. Like I said, it's $60 now. It did go up $10, but it's still free ship in the USA. And for me, this was still an absolutely fantastic box. Please share in the comments down below your thoughts and feelings, and I will see you all soon in my next video. Take care, and bye-bye for now.